you lo and behold, you won't believe it, but he clipped her legs and her legs got cut off. This guy blamed it on Elite Limousine of Hickory Hills, Illinois, on the newspaper. And I was so upset because all my police officer friends and everything who love me, I mean, they're like, Bob, are you kidding? I go, no, that guy lied. Well, I made the Sun Sentinel newspaper in Skokie, Illinois in the mid-'80s, put it on the front page and correct it. Once again, don't let people bully, ruin your reputation, and make someone hate you forever. This guy could have not only ruined my reputation in the business, but my own personal reputation, not paying attention, smashing into police cars, and amputating the legs of a police officer. I made the Sun Sentinel, put it on the front page, and made it tell the truth. It's George Janis from Skokie. So they printed it on the front page. It's another bully incident. That could have ruined my life forever. And you know what they told me? Now, I don't know if this is true or not. And once again, I am no prejudice at all. Look at the Limo Bob show. Black, white, brown, yellow, pink, purple. We're just an array of a cast of characters. We love everyone. Let me tell you something. This couple said to me, and I have nothing against nobody. I'm such a good Christian man. But George and Janice said, do you know that Jewish people have a black book? And if your name goes in this black book, you will never work with any Jewish people in the globe ever again. And believe it or not, over the years, that's something that I heard that really happens. Well, I'm sad to see that. Now, why would someone do that? There's so many things in life you wonder, why would you do that? It's all about bullies. No more bullies.club. No more bullies.club. What can you do for me? What can you do for you? What can you do for our fellow victims? What can you do to prevent any more victims from getting attacked or teased to the point that the child wants to kill themselves? Wait a minute. Moms and dads, boys and girls, hold on a minute. Moms and dads, it all starts with you. I'm going to say one thing about bullying in school, and this is part of my speech. Do you know, moms and dads know what's happening. Nobody wants their kid picked on. Okay? Moms and dads need to start looking into this and taking more of the reins here. I know there's a lot of fatherless children. That does not mean the mother can't raise that child in the right way. These kids of today, I know generations change all the time. And I accept that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, come on, people. Can you have some common courtesy for your fellow loved one? Come on. There's one race. It's the human race. And that's what we're dealing here. Can't everyone help each other? Not go after each other, or see bad for each other, or hope bad for each other, or lie, put things in someone's back, and it's going to hurt them for life. So many families, so many people are hurt. And I hate to say it, Mom and Dad, it starts there. I'm a father of a boy and a girl, and I got grandkids, and I'm going to tell you something right now. All my life, I've never touched my kids. I let them know from the very beginning with a smile on my face. And my kids got everything at the time. We were blessed with everything, so it's not about being spoiled. They had thousands, they had whatever they wanted to spend and everything else. It was, you're not going to be a spoiled brat. So I'm going to do a count system. It's called 1, 2, 3. If I get to 1, you're in trouble. Don't even let me see 2. Do you know what worked? Folks, you have to hang on, maintain. And when these kids get out of line, now they're teens, they're going to challenge you. You know that song, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no. Get them out of the house. Let them see what it's like on the real life streets. I know you don't want to do it. You gotta listen. They gotta be good kids. I don't care. You could give them $1,000,000 worth of stuff. You could give them nothing. You have to raise your kids and tell them walking around punching people is not good. One punch can hit the cartilage of your nose and can go right into your brain. That's called, you may call it an accident, that you were just throwing a punch at the guy, didn't think nothing of it. But believe it or not, it doesn't take much for someone to punch someone. And if you don't really destroy them like the bully did with my punch, because I was wearing steel glasses and I leaned into it, but you just got to make sure that you do the very best you can and raise your kids right and tell them that's not right and have a heart, and tell the kid, hey, look at your little sister Lucy. You love her? Yeah. What would you think if somebody went up to her and just slapped her in the head or was mean to her? Oh, I'd kill her. Okay, now hold on, George. See how you just felt that moment when someone said, what would you do if someone hit Lucy? Oh, I'd kill her, right? You got very upset. What do you think you're doing when you rough up everyone you think you can rough up because maybe you're making up for something that you feel insecure about? And this makes you feel a lot bigger and better. Maybe you need to buy yourself a big pickup truck with a real loud muffler because you're a coward. You're a bully. And the only way you can feel like a person is you got to act like a bully instead of being a beautiful person helping someone cross the street or helping an old lady empty her cart into her car. Maybe looking for good deeds to do instead of being devious. Leave the devious stuff to the gangbangers and everything else. You don't want to live that life. Live a great life. Okay? That's what this is all about. I'm not here preaching to you guys. I'm not making any money. I'm not looking to make any money or nothing. All I'm trying to do is I'm a guy that is a victim. A real sweet guy that has 1,000,000,000 friends and no enemies except for this bully. I'm not going to deal with life with bad people. Now, there's no time for bad people. Folks, when you see trouble, come on, you see trouble, you meet a new friend or something, you could sniff trouble out, you could see trouble coming. Just try to sway your way away from that. Be very careful on people who say they're your friends. Because a lot of best friends, so-called, became the biggest bullies in their life. Trust no one. Do you know I say, Limo Bob says, trust takes years to build. I really say like maybe a decade. If somebody hasn't screwed you over in a decade and they're still your friend and they haven't done you wrong, then that's a good friend. Watch for other people. This is what this is all about. This is why I want to speak in the gymnasium so bad. I can't wait to talk to these kids. I've already talked to the juvenile justice systems in Florida, Pinellas County juveniles, to the boys and girls in jail. That was awesome because they're, but man, they were pumped up and they had a positive approach. And I told them, do you know how many things you could do in life? Don't go that bad road. Move out of town. Do what you got to do. Don't get stuck on things at all. And care for people. Okay? Do something nice for people. You know how you love your mom and your sister, your kids, your family. Everyone else loves their mom, sisters, and family like that too. Please care for people. I'm no holy roller. I don't tell people go to church every Sunday like I do. I do it because I want to. But you can pray to God, and you can pray like that little boy that was so abused he wanted to kill himself. in Australia. Cheer them up. If you see someone down, stop, look, listen, help. I pull over all the time. I see people walking that look like they're having a hard time walking or they can use a ride. I'm not telling you to be trustworthy. Be careful. I'm a big guy. I can handle myself. Women should not do that. There's a lot of bullies and bad people out there. But please look out for one another. Let's all come together in love. You guys, all I could share with everyone is 6 decades of blood, sweat, tears, success, trials, tribulations, ups like no ups you could ever dream of, downs like, oh, God almighty, like undescribably downs. But you know what, folks? You gotta maintain. If you have a bad day, go take a nap, go to bed. There's always tomorrow. We all go through tough times in life. Wait till you read my book, Fame, Fortune, Pow, coming out on Amazon, hopefully in March. Sorry for the brain damage. I'm delayed on everything, trying to get things done. You may hear me repeat myself on this podcast. People that read my stuff, they may see me write it a couple times or mention things a couple times in a row, but that's just what it is. But listen, we're going to cry over joy about what a beautiful life we have. I have a beautiful wife, Princess Christy. I love her to death. My daughter, Princess Jennifer, just love you, Jenny. She's such a doll. She just gave me Vinny, just turned 2 years old. My little cousin Vinny. He's just my little handsome guy. And then, my son Bobby J. The kid does everything. In the limo biz, in the blow-up biz. I mean, the guy does DJ, the guy does web building, the guy does everything. Video, production, everything. It's just unbelievable. I can't even get him. He does do tributes to Dad and stuff, and he's just a genius. But my daughter's the most beautiful. She is just like me. She can rap just like me. She should have been a lawyer. I'm telling you, she rocks and rolls. Jenny can rap. Bobby's just brilliant in everything he touches. And my beautiful grandson here, Emerson, down here in Florida with me. He's 4.5. This cat is my little dream. He's my painkiller. I held him in my face when he was a baby, when I was in severe pain. And the love that I got from his little face and body to my face, my cheeks, was beautiful. And he really helped me through it all. And thank the Lord I didn't get stuck in all the drugs, because, it's a wonderful thing, that medical marijuana. I'm telling you, I'm not going to preach about it. I'm not going to say nothing except for this. Ladies and gentlemen, I quit Vicodin. I could quit morphine. I'm talking 6 years later. If anyone wants to get off this opioid epidemic, my golly, this is another show, but here you go. Maybe bullies are like this because they're on opioids, they get in a bad mood, and they got to push someone or steal someone or whatever. I'm going to help you people. Go get your medical marijuana card. It's now legal for recreational in Illinois, Chicago, many states. But in Florida, it's medical marijuana. Go get it. Let me tell you something. Whether it's the drip, whether you take a pill, whether you smoke it or vape it, whatever, it's a miracle drug. It's not even a drug. What am I talking about? It's a miracle herb from the earth, untouched by man, unless they pull out the most incredible miracle resin God made. What do you think the Indians were smoking in the peace pipes with the pilgrims? Oh yeah, that's what it was. And it's the best thing for your body. I just heard that if you rub that topical lotion on your cancerous spot, that it eats cancer, skin cancer, melanoma and everything. Do you know I had melanoma, skin cancer on my right shoulder, and I had a spot just removed, and I went to another place. Be careful about that too. I went to another place, it was like a chop shop. They circled 3 things on my chest and my belly and cut it off. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Then this other guy grabbed the right shoulder and he clipped, and I'm like, whoa, say, if it's not melanoma, what do you mean it's, if it's, squamous cell, that's not that dangerous. And you shouldn't be clipping it off your body. Okay? They go, this was a squamous cell. This was another one. It's not melanoma, but it could turn into... I'm like, no. Listen, you can't keep clipping away at my body, please. Okay? So that's what it's all about. When you please watch out for people. We're going from one topic to another, but it's so exciting that, you got to too, these old folks, I see people doing medication and everything, and marijuana being the best thing for their arthritis or whatever they need, instead of taking all these drugs. That, because you have to be very careful on the drugs. Metformin knocked me out twice in a mall. I was walking, and I fell down, and I had to eat some, and some guy caught me. And it happened again where I fell in my own bed. But my daughter could take metformin. Blood thinners. It don't work for me. I start bleeding crazy. Well, after being punched in the nose, I have double bloody noses a lot where I used to rush to the hospital. And the hospital says, you're all messed up there. This is going to happen all the time. I said, oh, that's nice. So now I just know how to deal with it. But, so you folks, trust me, if you know somebody that's taking opioids and they're going down the wrong road, tell them to go see a medical marijuana doctor and to get prescribed medical marijuana. I am telling you now, I don't make no money from medical marijuana. I will tell you this, I built the greatest limousines in the world. I became 2-time Guinness Book. I made virtually all of my success because of, and once again, I'm not trying to push for decades I have smoked. And, I'm not afraid to admit it because it's the greatest stuff. People go, to lead to this, lead to that. That's bull. It does. Let me tell you something. Marijuana will lead you to the fridge. You will eat. You will lose your buzz as soon as you eat, if that's what you want to call it. A buzz relaxing your body, your muscles. There's 2 ways to go. There's, hybrid. There's 3 different types. So you could either be sativa and all up, or you could be in the couch with indica. And you try your own stuff. It's the greatest thing. And I've told people, try it. You're going to love it. It's going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. Get off them pills. I can't tell you how many pills I'm on. I'm eliminating them one by one, though. Trying to do my best. But hey, I'm loving it. We're rocking and rolling. I hope you guys spread the word. Do what you got to do. I know a lot of times people may agree or disagree. Soon you're going to be able to call in and you can go ahead and ask me questions or whatever. You actually call me anytime you wish. But I'm shooting these out there. We're going to put them out there. This is the making of a podcast. And I want you guys to know something. I love you. I pray for all the people out there and all the victims of bad people and bullies. And I pray for all the soldiers, from around the world. It's sad that they're all fighting each other. Like Afghanistan, I just heard 18 years they're still fighting. Now they're thinking about pulling out. What was that all about? You know what I mean? Let these cats do what they want to do in the mountains. Jeez, how does these guys in rags are beating the hell out of us? Not beat us. We can't beat. Oh, that's another story. That's another show. Oh my God, the mind is amazing when you can just trip and go here, there, and everywhere. But I just want to say, it's time to say good night. We love you very much. It was great rock and roll with you. And this is the Bullies in Business Show. I'm your host, Limo Bob, signing out at Downtime Productions with the beautiful Lisa and my man Don. And Trish Ryan Limo with Lux Limo Bus in Chicago. We're rocking. We love you. And we'll see you on the next episode of Bullies in Business. Thank you.